your source for news and information about Norfolk Public Schools. I'm your host, Karen Tanner. And with us today is Patrick Doral, our adaptive health and PE teacher. Welcome, Patrick, to NPS Now.
Well, thank you, Karen.
I'm so glad to have you on the show to talk about some exciting information and an event that's getting ready to come up. Every year you all host a special event for our special needs students. What's that event about?
It's our 5th year with our Little Feet Meet, and we have about 200 kids with special needs throughout our district. And it's now become a huge community event to where we have local businesses, we have universities, we have our parents, and they come and they help and they put on a wonderful skill-themed activity day for our students in Norfolk Public Schools.
Why the name Little Feet Meet?
Little Feet Meet was actually dubbed from Special Olympics. They are a huge partner. They make this event possible. And they actually used us as a protocol, and now there's Little Feet Meets throughout Virginia.
And so it has exactly how long have we been doing this with you?
Our 5th year.
Your 5th year. How long have you been with it?
All 5 years.
All 5 years, great. Who are the volunteers for this event?
We have Old Dominion students, pretty much the physical education and therapeutic recreation students. They shut down their programs and just come out and support, run the stations for us. We have several of the athletic programs. The football team, they have several of their athletes come out and volunteer and walk the students around from station to station. They get a lot more workouts than some of the future teachers. We do have parents come out to help us out. We have the New York Times comes and they provide help at some of our stations. Therapeutic recreation comes out. So we have local businesses. We have volunteers throughout the community. This really just shows the tight bond that this community has.
So who are some of the local businesses that support this event?
I don't know some of them offhand.
Okay, offhand. Okay, that's great. Why do you think those students get involved?
Well, I think one of the reasons we had this event is because it's a great community service project, and a lot of the volunteers are future educators, and sometimes they don't get to work with kids with special needs. They don't get to see what they can do. So it's nice to see, kids that have difficulties walking, but yet they can kick balls and they can kick on target. It's just nice to see that as adults, just to see that some of the struggles that kids go through are in our minds, and these kids can succeed just through having high expectations.
And so approximately how many volunteers of students, and do you get other folks outside of ODU participating?
It's hard to tell. We've had upwards of about 200 volunteers,
Wow.
but we have, every year it's different. It's tough to count on volunteers every year, but we've had the Navy come out one year. We invite them out. They do send some volunteers every year.
Give me the date and time of this event.
The event's going to go from, our opening ceremonies will start at 10:30, and we'll close the events by 12:30.
And what day of the week is this
April
on?
22nd, Tuesday.
April 22nd, Tuesday, April 22nd. Okay, so if I walk into the stadium at ODU, what am I going to expect to see?
Just a lot of kids running around, smiles, having a great time. You're going to see kids trying to throw footballs through hoops. You're going to see them trying to kick field goals. You're going to see some face painting. There's going to be a DJ this year to play music. You're going to see some of the ROTC from our high school come out, and they're going to be there to help out as well. And we do have some of our high schools and middle school events come out, and they actually buddy with students as well.
So what's the age range of the children participating?
The kids participating are from kindergarten through 5th grade.
Kindergarten through 5th grade. Wow, that's exciting. What does it make you think when you watch this happening on the field every year?
It's amazing just to see where it came from. The shared vision, the people that came together and who had the same vision. It started off with just 4 schools. It was less than 90 kids. And now we can say that we're upwards of 200 plus kids that come and give them an opportunity, because I think sometimes our community lacks extracurricular activities for kids with special needs. It's hard to find some things, so I think this promotes awareness to try to get more community activities for kids with special needs.
What do you think this does to motivate our students who's participating?
We actually have our physical education teachers in the school train our students, so it actually it kind of bridges the activity through the community, through to the school. So I think it helps. It brings back confidence. It brings back some children that now have awareness, students who have awareness to, yeah. I'm sorry.
So some of the activities that they do, they're already doing in the classroom, and they just come out here as all together and do those activities with the volunteers.
Absolutely.
That's exciting, Patrick. And I know the very next day, the students are going to be participating in another event. Share with me about that information.
Yeah, as part of an ongoing partnership with Old Dominion University, we're going to be having kids from Crossroads Elementary School climb the rock wall. Kids that have difficulties walking down hallways, kids that need assistance, getting in and out of chairs. They're going to be successful climbing the wall. We have several different activities from them to be successful, and it's all based on their levels.
And so some of the same volunteers will be there, or it'll be different folks?
This will be future physical education teachers. It's part of the adaptive physical education class that Old Dominion offers.
Okay.
It gives them firsthand experience to work with kids with special needs.
In order for you to do all this, you have to have had some type of special training and education. Tell me a little background about you, Patrick.
When I graduated from Canisius College in Buffalo, New York, there was a Special Olympics event that was held there. And when I moved to Virginia, I saw a need for it when I came down. There was no events like that in Norfolk. So I placed a call to the senior coordinator for Special Olympics in Virginia, and they, like I said, they just happened to be having this idea running around with them, and we offered to have it here, and we started here. I got my master's in special education, so I've had a great deal of work with kids with special needs, and I just enjoy it every day. It's a challenge.
Yeah, so you've been with us how many years now?
My 5th year.
Your 5th year, and so every year you've been doing this little feet meet. Oh, that's great, Patrick, and I'm glad to see that we're having joint services for our students. So what are some other activities that's coming down the line for our special needs students?
Every year in the community we do have a Challenger Baseball League, which I encourage parents to look at. Kids with disabilities and without disabilities get together and they play baseball. There's also therapeutic recreation that I encourage parents to get a hold of, where kids can cook, they can go to dances, and do stuff that's available to just about every other children or child.
So folks watching this show and want to see firsthand how to do this and be a part of it, who do they need to contact and speak to if they even wanted to volunteer for a little feet meet? Is it still available for folks to volunteer?
Absolutely. We would love to have people come out. We'd love to have parents come out. I know that's been a challenge in the past because it is during the school day and parents do work and transportation, but we would love to have parents come out. We would love to have them show up the day of the event and walk around with their child, because how many times can you walk around with your child on Foreman Field? I just think that experience to walk around with your child is just priceless. So I do encourage people to come out and support us. And if anyone ever has questions about how to get involved in the community, they can contact me, and I will find community agencies that are out there. It's part of my job is to get our children out in the community and active.
Share with me your email address and your phone number for the folks watching at home.
pdoyle@nps.k12.va.us, and my phone number is 757-779-0212.
Okay, this is some great information, and I've been to the event several times, and it's exciting to go to the different stations and see the kids just doing phenomenal things, the little races and little activities, and I think it's a great event, and I'm glad you brought it here. Was it you who initially talked to ODU about that? Because are there other universities in the area who do exactly what ODU does?
There are no other universities. We have had support from Regent in Norfolk State. They have come out and provided volunteers. They're physical education majors. They have come out to the event and helped out with students to get that firsthand experience as well. But as far as having an event, Old Dominion and Norfolk Public Schools, it's a unique opportunity.
Great. And do a lot of our volunteers, so that the teachers become teachers actually in Norfolk Public Schools and come and be a part of the adaptive health and PE classes too?
All physical education teachers can teach adaptive phys ed, which is the nice thing. We also have some therapeutic recreation majors as well. So yes, those students will be working with kids with special needs, and hopefully this will provide them a way to, wherever they go. Hopefully they stay within Norfolk and they come to our school district to work. But wherever they go, they'll be able to bring this, and we can start creating awareness throughout Virginia or any other state that they go to.
Real quick, how does the community react to this type of event?
They love it. As I said, we have several small businesses that have donated shirts to schools so that students can have their almost like a jersey to wear during the event. PTAs have stepped up and also donated some T-shirts. We've had in the past Lowe's and Walmart donate gift cards so we can get some water and bananas and apples and things like that for our athletes. So the community has stepped up, and we have full support from the community, full support from the public schools and Old Dominion, and it's really nice to see.
Well, I'm excited for this event. Give us the date, time, and location one more time.
It's going to be at Old Dominion, Foreman Field, and the event is going to be held on April 22nd from 10:30 to 12:30 with the rain dates April 24th and April 29th.
Great. Thank you, Patrick. I plan to be there, and I know we're going to see an exciting day for our students. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
We want to thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more NPS Now.
Welcome back to NPS Now. I'm Steve Sutmiller, Senior Coordinator of Athletics. I'm here at Harbor Park for the first Norfolk Public School and Norfolk State University partnership baseball game, where we have over 1,000 students from our elementary schools, and we have one special baseball team from our middle school program, the Ruffner Bulldogs.
Under a sunny sky, some of our Norfolk Public School students got the chance to attend an exhibition game between the Spartans of Norfolk State and the Norfolk Tides at Harbor Park. Students had a chance to get autographs from Norfolk State players, while the Ruffner Middle School baseball team ran out with the AAA Tides during pregame introductions. David James, director of Major League Baseball's RBI program, threw out the first pitch. James says this partnership and game falls in line with Major League Baseball's goals.
Major League Baseball is proud to run and operate RBI, Reviving Baseball in Inner Cities. It's baseball's efforts to provide baseball and softball opportunities to underserved kids, underserved communities. Here in a city like Norfolk, the support that the school system, Parks and Recreation provides to kids who want to play baseball and softball, obviously we want to provide any additional supplemental support resources to give more kids an opportunity to play the game.
18 buses help transport students and chaperones to and from the game. And along with SunTrust Bank providing support, this Norfolk State, Norfolk Public Schools partnership felt like a win-win for everybody.
Awesome opportunity for the kids, for the families to get out, just a chance for us to let our hair down. The kids are having an awesome time, great partnership with Norfolk State, the Tides, all of us. We're having a great time out here, so we're thankful for the opportunity.
This is so exciting. It's such a great opportunity. I'm excited to be here. I'm very happy that our students can have the opportunity to A, see a baseball game, B, partner with a university. We're always excited when our students can have exposure to college. And so that's a wonderful opportunity for them. Also, just for Norfolk in general, to have the schools partner with Norfolk State and the Norfolk Tides and be in a community partnership.
NPS not only represented in the stands, but on the field as well. Tyon Orr, a senior outfielder, said he's grateful for his high school experience.
I just want to thank my teachers, my coaches, and all my support, helping me push myself through high school just to get here on this D1 level, to be able to play D1 baseball. So really, I just want to thank my more faculty for helping me.
As for the game itself, Norfolk State managed to hit as the Tides eked out a 1-0 win. To check out results, standings, and schedules, log on to your big team's website. More NPS Now after this short break.
Welcome back to NPS Now. With us today is Bruce Brady, AP Instructional Specialist and Senior Coordinator Interim for History. Bruce, thank you for joining us on NPS Now.
Well, thank you very much.
Well, the testing season is coming up very soon. What type of tests are our high school students going to be taking?
Well, high school students will be taking a number of different exams. The advanced placement exams will begin very shortly, and so we'll be kicking that off soon. And then we have the SOL test as well that many of our high school students will be taking.
So what type of AP exams are our high schoolers going to be taking?
They take AP exams in the maths, sciences, English, the social studies, as well as in foreign languages. Also the arts are involved as well. So the AP exams just run the whole spectrum of disciplines that we have in our high schools.
So we'll have the SOLs and the AP exams running parallel.
Yes, in fact, they do overlap for a while. Yes, so we'll have students involved in taking both.
What type of support are we providing the students with SOL testing?
Yes, the SOLs, the teachers will very soon begin reviewing for the SOLs. A lot of teachers may use mock exams, trying to get data as to where their students' strengths and weaknesses are so that they can target the areas that students need more assistance in and try and improve their performance on the SOL exams.
I have a high schooler. Matter of fact, I have 3. So how can I help them prepare for the SOLs as a parent?
Parents, first of all, need to make sure that their student, that their child is attending school. Make sure that they're there because there's going to be a lot of important learning still taking place and preparation taking place. So attendance is very important. Also, as a parent, making sure that your child is getting plenty of rest because this is going to be a grueling time with students taking a lot of different exams, even in the elementary and middle schools. And so it's going to be important for our students to have a lot of rest. Parents should be very supportive of their children, encourage their children on the exams, be positive. Some of our students may experience some type of test anxiety about these exams, so staying positive and being encouraging helps. I would also say that parents should stay in touch with their child's teacher to see if there is anything that they can do to support their child's success. The testing comes at the same time that the weather starts to get nice and students are probably not thinking as much about school as what we would want them to be. It's light out longer, the weather's nice, but as parents we need to make sure that our students are still doing their homework, that they're still focused, that they're working hard these last few weeks before summer vacation starts, and then our students can go off and enjoy themselves.
Great. So the SOLs are coming, but then the AP exams too. Who takes the AP exams?
AP exams are taken at the high school. We have a few 9th graders who will take advanced placement exams, but the bulk of the tests are taken by 10th, 11th, and 12th grade students.
So how do you prepare those students for the AP exams? They're much different from the SOLs.
Yes, the AP exams are among the most challenging exams that students can take in the country. Many of them will last over 3 hours long. There's a multiple choice section. Then there's a written part to the exam. Many of our students will write 3, 4, 5 or more essays as a part of the AP exam. And so our teachers are getting them ready for that experience as well. Our students will take a mock AP exam. So they've gone through the testing process in its entirety, so they know what to be prepared for, and and what that will feel like taking an exam for that length of time. A lot of our teachers are meeting after school. Some of them are meeting on Saturdays with
Consider remediation
students.
for students?
Yeah, and reviewing and getting the students ready for those exams. So there's going to be a lot of very intense focus with our AP students over the next couple weeks.
The AP exams, but then the AP classes, aren't those classes weighted? They're not just like your regular grading scale when it comes to regular AP classes.
That's right. Because of the challenge and the workload and the higher expectations that come with taking an AP exam, students are rewarded for taking that challenge with additional weight on their grade point average.
So what does that look like? Say if you're taking AP Euro, for instance. My son's taking that, so I know that one. And you receive a C in AP Euro. What does that equate to with your overall grade?
Yeah, the student gets credit for the grade in the class, and then 0.03 is added directly to the student's grade point average for each semester that they're in a class. And so we have a good number of students that are taking multiple AP courses each year for 2 or 3 years. And so that additional weight or the additional number added to the grade point average does have an impact. And when a lot of our students are working towards being a valedictorian or the salutatorian,
It could come down to your AP classes.
it definitely can. Absolutely.
Now, how do colleges look at AP classes?
Colleges are very supportive of advanced placement classes. They know what AP is. They're very familiar with AP, the type of work that's done in AP, the challenge that students have faced, and so they look very favorably on applications coming in where students have shown that they've taken the most challenging courses that they could in high school. They haven't shied away from those rigorous classes. They've taken them, and a lot of times colleges know that this means that this child has done college level work, and they're usually looked at as being maybe better
So they're more
prepared.
highly favored when it comes to your college application, when they're looking at
Absolutely.
your transcripts and saying, okay,
Absolutely.
you took this many AP courses in.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I know my son volunteered to go to a study session
Great.
this past Saturday. Share with the audience about that particular study session that
Yes.
students are participating in.
Maury, Granby, and Norview are in a special partnership with the National Math and Science Initiative, and they are providing expertise to our Norfolk schools, training for our teachers, as well as support for our students. And so throughout February, March, and April, the National Math Science Initiative has sponsored Saturday sessions where our students can go to one of the 3 high schools, wherever the session is being held, and they bring in experts from around the country. If it's the Math Saturday, then they've brought in experts to work with students in calculus and statistics and computer science. The Englishes, the sciences as well have their Saturdays. And so our students are given this opportunity to work with these fantastic, knowledgeable experts who are lending a hand in helping our students prepare as well.
Well, this is a good segue into the great news that our AP program is receiving. Sounds like we're doing a lot of support to the AP program, but share with us the great news that you have to share.
Yeah, just today, the Washington Post released its annual ranking of the most challenging high schools in the country. The rankings are based on AP exams as well as IB exams and the number of exams that are given in our high schools. Granby, Maury, and Norview made the list as among the top, schools in the country. Maury was at number 501. Granby was at number 600, and Norview made the list for the very first time and made a significant entry into the list at about 1,400. Now the list contains over 2,000 of the top schools in the country.
So what does this mean for Norfolk Public Schools now?
Well, I think it lets us know that we're heading in the right direction, that our students are being afforded the same opportunities that students are at the great schools all across the country, and that you can, as a student in Norfolk Public Schools, you can access those great opportunities, get a rigorous education, and be on level to compete with students from any school, any state, anywhere in the United States.
So how do we compare to our counterparts in the neighboring cities?
Very favorably. We were one of only 3 school divisions in Hampton Roads to have schools make the list.
Wow.
Virginia Beach had the most schools make the list with 11 high schools, but Maury and Granby ranked higher than 10 of the 11 schools in Virginia Beach, just behind Princess Anne High School. And so we're very happy about that. And Norfolk and Virginia Beach were the only 2 schools on the south side of Hampton Roads to have any schools at all in the top 2,000 schools in the country.
We have a lot to be proud of.
We absolutely do.
And Bruce, it seems like you're doing a great job making sure our students participate and be a part of the AP program and make sure that we're in the forefront of taking AP exams.
Absolutely.
That's important, I'm sure.
It is very important for our students.
Great. Thank you, Bruce, for coming on the show and sharing that great news and the great tips for AP testing and SOL testing.
Well, thank you very much.
Great to have you.
Thanks.
And we want to thank you for watching NPS Now. If you have any great story ideas or information you'd like to share with us, email us at npsnews@npsk12.com or continue to tune in to WNPS Channel 47 or watch us online at www.npsk12.com. Again, we thank you for watching NPS Now.